This is lesson 12, part 2, and we're at the top of page 287, number 5. Select the Mission 01 image thumbnail in the film strip of the dialog box, of the camera raw dialog box. Then press the Shift key and click Open Object at the bottom of your dialog box. So we have this. We're going to hit the Shift and Open Object. The Open Object button opens the image as a Smart Object layer in Photoshop. You can double-click the Smart Object thumbnail in the Layers panel to open the camera raw and continue making raw format-based adjustments anytime. So in Photoshop, choose File, Save As, and save that in your H drive or in your Google Drive. Make sure I'm in my, yes. Okay, so for your file name, we're going to call it Mission 01, and then instead of the 1, you're going to type Final. And then hit Save. And OK. Alright, so we're going to move on. So adjusting the white balance in Camera Raw. In Bridge, so we're going to go to File, Browse in Bridge. We're going to go to Lesson 12 again. Select the B Start file and choose File, Open in Camera Raw. In the Camera Raw, select the White Balance tool and click the white area of the model's dress to adjust the temperature and remove the green color tint. Adjust the sliders in the basic panel to brighten and intensify the image. So we're going to increase the exposure to 30 plus 0.30. Increase the contrast to 15, which it already is, 15. Increase the clarity to 8. Mine's 8, yours may not be, so make sure you set those 3 just like mine. Press the Shift key and click Open Object or Open Image. Oh, I see. So when I press Shift, it changes that. So here's Open Image, but I'm pressing and holding Shift, and it selects Open Object. And then it saves it as a Smart Object. In Photoshop, choose File, Save As. Save it in whichever folder that you're saving things in, and it looks like I'm in my B drive. And you're going to save this as Model _ Final. And then it'll save the extensions as Photoshop. So make sure that your extension right here says Photoshop. And we're going to hit Save. Hit OK. Alright, page 291 at the very top. Click the Levels button in the Adjustments panel. Click the Calculate a More Accurate Histogram button on the left side of the histogram. Let's hover right here and see if that's what it says. Calculate a more accurate histogram. And go ahead and click that. Photoshop replaces the histogram at that point. Okay, we're going to skip over page 292 and 293 and move on to page 294. It says drag the right white triangle towards the left to the point where the histogram indicates that a significant highlight tones start to appear. So we're going to go over here and come in just a little bit. Pull the middle gray triangle a little bit to the right to slightly darken the midtones. We move it to 0.90. So right here, and you can see we can go to 0.90. Okay. Double-click the 12B Start Layer thumbnail to open the Smart Object in Camera Raw. Here we go. Click the HSL Grayscale button to display the panel. Oops, we're in Layer Style. We need to actually click on the thumbnail, which is the picture. Okay. So we need to click the Grayscale button, which is right here. Select the Saturation tab. Move the following sliders to reduce the amount of red in the skin. So reduce the reds to -2. -2. Reduce the oranges to -10. There's a lot of orange in that picture. Reduce the magentas to -3. And then click OK to return to Photoshop. In the Layers panel, select the 12B Start Layer. I'm going to minimize this a little bit. Then choose Duplicate Layer from the Layers panel menu. Here's your panel menu. We'll go to Duplicate Layer. Okay. Page 296. Name the new layer Corrections. And then click OK. Alright. Choose Layer Smart Object Rasterize. Layer, and then we'll go down to Smart Object and Rasterize. Zoom in on the model's face so that you can see it clearly. Select the Spot Healing brush, and if you don't see it, it's probably underneath one of these tools. In the options bar, select the following settings. Change the brush size to 35, so you can change the size right here to 35. The mode should be normal. Here's your mode, normal. The type should be content aware. With the Spot Healing brush, brush out the nose jewelry. A single click may be enough. Boom. Gone. Because you've selected Content Aware in the options bar, the Spot Healing brush tool replaces the nose stud with skin similar to what it's around. Paint over the fine lines around the eyes and mouth. You can also brush away freckles, moles on her face, neck, arms, and chest. Experiment with simply clicking using very short strokes and creating longer brush strokes. You can also experiment with different settings. For example, to soften the lines around the mouth, we've selected Proximity Match in the options bar to lighten the blending mode. So they said they go to Proximity Match and then use that to get rid of some of the lines around their mouth.
Okay, misunderstood.
I'm going to go back to Content Aware. And we're going to go ahead and finish this video. We'll begin again on page 297. Go ahead and work on removing freckles and different things like that. You can brush it out more if you need to. Work on that on your own. And make sure you move around to get her arms. You don't have to get rid of every single freckle, but I'm sure the model would appreciate a few of them being gone. So go ahead and work on her, and then we'll begin on page 297 for video 3.